Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome back to Timberborn. I'm Lavender Mama, and this is the Lavender Tower. Now, this truly unique map, I think, is going to be quite a bit of a challenge for us. How do you think we can do? Well, let's jump in. Alrighty, so in the last episode, we did accomplish quite a bit. It was a sort of long one. And I'm actually recording this one not long after I did the first episode. So I don't have your comments yet. That video is posted, but doesn't have comments when I'm recording this episode. So I don't know if you guys told me some fun ways to do some other things or not. But regardless, here we go. We are going to go ahead and get going on double speed. I am going to come in here and we are missing a couple of crops. I think we could probably plant back in here without a problem as well. So we're going to do that. Those ones will probably die at some point because they're so high up, but it will give those beavers something to do quick. And keep them working. Everyone is asleep right now. Those dams are working out very well. I almost think we probably want to come in here and install a floodgate though. I'm gonna go ahead and say pause to make sure that we can release bad tide much quicker. We don't want that to sit in here. We can lower the level and make it go faster. That probably is a good idea for right there. All right, over in here we are working on, we got that guy going. We will run that when we shut down all the pumps during the drought. Water, we are full up on storage and they are just pumping for their daily needs at the moment. We do need to do something about some shelter here. So let's go ahead. We have, all right, let's put, there's a wall in the way for right there. If I do this, are we going to be able to fit a path in there? Yes, yes, we can. All right, so 2 houses. If we put in a third, we're going to run into a problem, but that's fine. We just need 2 for right now. That will give us 20 beds. Lumber, we are running a little low. I want to get down in here and see if we can't get some of this down in here going. So let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna have to like move our lumberjack in stages, I think. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take these off of cut priority. We've got a lot of area that we marked for cutting here that I've been told causes lag if you don't take it away. So we're going to go ahead and do that quick. And then we will mark all of this for cutting. I'm thinking we go ahead, we throw in... Nope. Let's just come... We're going to want to come out like that. And then we can throw... We have 0.7 days. A couple of lumberjacks there. Until he builds that, I can't connect the path here. So that's kind of a problem. Berries. How are we doing on berries? We need more storage for food. So I'm thinking we got 1 house in. Very good, very nice. 2 house in, almost here. They're working on that guy. We only have 4 logs though, so we need the lumberjacks. We need the lumberjacks. We're gonna pause that guy. We stole everyone to go pump water, but now that the water is full, we're gonna go ahead and shut those 2 guys down. If somebody would come staff this one. This guy, what is he doing? He's still getting all of that over there. All right. So next steps. What do we need? Well, we still can't because there's a piece of log right there. Next step is going to be as soon as that drought hits, we're going to throw a couple of people in there. How much power can this make? Whoa. Beavers went to sleep. We only still have 3 beavers laying on the ground. I can't tell. We need 75. There we go. We're gonna undo this. We're gonna say 2. We're gonna undo this. We're gonna say 2. We have very few logs is part of our problem, but we are gonna go ahead and we are gonna throw down not one of those. We are gonna throw down a long tiny pile here. 4 planks. And we're going to try to get enough for a forester. Which once again is not supersedingly necessary at the moment, but will make our life easier. All right, this guy, has he gotten everything he can reach? No, not quite. Almost though. Berries, we're still doing okay. Kohlrabi, we're doing okay. Alrighty, so 1 house down. Next one is almost done, and then everyone will be housed and we'll have some space for extra beavers. And there we go. It just popped open. Okay, next up. Wet fur is going to be a thing. If we've got a forester and we plant that forester over in here, we could theoretically put in mangrove fruits in here, or mangrove trees in here, and make that a little bit better. I also think we want to come in here and we want to put a couple of floodgates in behind these dams, or just change them to floodgates altogether, which means that we need 150 science. We're up to 100 for a couple of floodgates, and then we also want ladders, which is 250. If we go with stairs, that's only 70 compared to the ladders, but I find ladders more useful for that upward trend we have to go to get to the metal. All right, we have 7 empty beds. Our breeding pods are going. We are up to 13 beavers. 7. We just had another one born. Woo, we are up to 5. What did we... Everyone is housed. Okay, yeah. The wet fur. We need to figure out some sort of wet fur thing. And I think that's probably going to need to be over here. So if we, well-being shower, it's kind of far away from where they are heading. That's 50 science. That would give us a bonus if we could get all of the beavers to a shower. Can I move this guy and put him right here? He's full. Once he's full. That one's full too. They're all full. Okay, maybe we just... berries. Let's let them fill that up with berries. This one needs to go. That's why we needed to do that. And then we're going to need to... we were thinking over here. Fuck, 50 science. All right. Yes, we're gonna do it. Then we are gonna rip out some berries. Wrong button. We're gonna rip out some berries. These ones right here. And then we need... I think we can get around that guy. But if we come up here, we could theoretically put in a couple more right here, which would be closer. So, let me take out those two as well. So let's do that. Right? Because then we can just... these ones won't work during bad tides. Oh, shoot. That's right where I was going to put the floodgates, wasn't it? I think we can still do floodgates on this side, but I think that's where the water comes down. Darn it. Okay, let's pick those up. We need to save that space for the floodgates. Or we can just change them out. Decisions. Too many decisions. All right. Estimated time to fill 3 days. Berry storage has gone up by a ton. Kohlrabi. I think we're going to need another farmhouse to make this all work. Because we really aren't collecting what we're getting. Shall we put it there? Yes, we're going to put it there. All right. Okie dokie, smoky. And then let's go ahead and whatever we can fill in. There we go. All right, we're gonna probably have to shut this guy down. It looked like I didn't pay attention, but that I think was another 6-dayer. All right. How we come in? Oh. Well, that was dumb. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop priority on that. And pop priority on that. Yeah, that means that we are going to steal from a couple of spots. This guy, let's put him on neutral. Although we really do kind of need the science. We've stolen a builder now. And it looks like back in here, these are not plantable. So let's go ahead and get rid of those. Okay. Very good, very nice. Oh. We do have a shower in. It is being used. The beavers are being cleaned. We are up to a 5. We've got 2 of 13. It just opened though, so not that big of a stretch. Let's see here. We're gonna have to carve a path through these berries. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm thinking like there, and then maybe along there. And then maybe we bring it straight back like that, then up like that, and then over to somewhere in here. And then we'd be able to put in Forester. Yes. Right, and then we can get in Ba-ba-dum. A large industrial pile for logs. And then we are also going to be brutal and rip out the berries in this whole section. And then I think we're going to have to think about, we're going to need contamination barriers around this edge. Oh, an irrigation barrier. Oh, I forget that they don't have contamination barriers. They just have an irrigation barrier. But I guess like right around here wouldn't be a problem, because we have water in here. We could stick a fluid dump in here as well. That's going to be necessary. Oops, let's get this in before the berries intrude upon our path. Okay. This guy, can we remove him? Is it going to cause us any issues? I don't think so. Okay. This guy has nothing to do. Okay, go away then. Oh, wait, no. I can replace your cut zone. And if we extend to there, can you... No. You're still the same. You can get these, though. All right. Okay, how we doing? We have 1.3 days left in this drought. We still have about a quarter of a tile of water, which is all fine and good. We're short on water over here, though, so I'm going to go ahead and pause this guy. We did get this farmhouse running, but right now we've got like nobody to staff it. How much power is this putting off? Nothing, because nobody is working right now. We've got 2 logs. This guy has all his planks. Okay, we can shut that off then. Let's make a few... Oh, good lord, no, we can shut that off. We've got 27 planks in storage. I didn't notice that. Okay, I should pay attention to that. It's right there on the screen, eh? All right, so they're gonna get that and that taken care of. And then we can go ahead and we can plant some trees. We are gonna need entry into the water here if we're gonna put mangroves into there. Let's go ahead and do that. Have them take those out. And I'm gonna put... gonna go ahead and do oaks there. And then for the current situation where we're not quite certain how bad our first bad tide is gonna be, we're gonna go ahead and grow some quick ones so that then we can get to chopping faster. So that if we run into a case where we are completely and utterly toast, we can get to it faster. And I know there are some who say you need a lot of lumberjacks for foresters on certain size things. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shook. We're going to do that. We might come in here and create a water reservoir over here that might help keep some of this hydrated if we were to lose our water over here. So that's always a possibility. We could add to that. And the drought has ended, so we've got about 3 days before we get that water back. Pause, and pause. I don't want this to go dry. This is a non-starter, so we're going to take that out. All right, science-wise, who do we got? We got lumberjacks and lumbering. We still don't have any in here. Okay, we're going to have to pop priority. Let's just put one in there. And we're going to say he needs to harvest. That's all berry storage. All right, we need to come up with some food storage now. And I'm thinking... let's just throw in a couple of warehouses along here. And we're gonna mark this all as kohlrabi. And hopefully that'll kick up our food storage. All right, we're up to 117 in the science. I'd like to get a floodgate in here so that we could stop bad water from coming in here. I also like to double check and see like where is that actually hitting. We are only at average well-being of 4. Not everyone is getting to the showers. I think we can go ahead and delete these for right now. Do not need those. These ones were just pause. Can they reach anything over here? This guy's got nothing to do, so he can go away. All right. Oh, oh no, wrong button again. Oh, lordy. I'm wondering, there's gotta be a... nope. I need to look up what the quick thing is for getting to the appropriate level. Because I think that's going to happen a lot this series. Till I get used to it, I should say. All right. This guy is up and running, but we don't have anyone in it. So we're going to do the... say oaks first. since they take the longer to plant and we don't necessarily need the lumber with all of this down here. That's all marked for cutting. They can only get to there. Go ahead and extend some path this way. Oh, there goes our water. That's a problem. That's a big problem. We still have a little bit of green from the reservoir here, so that shows us how much that is going to affect if we get bad tide in here. We're almost to the point where we can get the floodgates. We only need 2, so that's 10 planks out of our storage. And a lot of logs. But I want to see where that water comes down. Can we put them here and not have it affect the water? And then we could get more things here. Uncool. Oh, there's the water back. Okay, yeah, it looks like we might be able to put those floodgates right here. We don't have the science for it yet, but we could put them right there instead of right here. And we just program those to shut with bad tide. There we go, water coming back. We might be able to expand this whole pond area then. Once we're into dynamite phase. Okay, water is back, so let's get some of these pumps going. All right, so we figured out the food storage up there. I think we need one more breeding pod. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it this way. Leave that end piece open. And then I want some more water storage. We can't get the there yet because we don't have gears, which we could theoretically get into over here once we can get the science for it, but I think the floodgates are more important. And we can get them now. So if we put them like right here. Yes, we want to spend the science. That takes us to nothing again. And then we are going to say it can stay open. Set height when drought starts all the way up so that we'll stop sucking the water out of that with the water pump. Set height when it ends there. Set limit all the way up. And then we will have to manually set that until we can get something going on there. These will probably be replaced by sluices when we get to that point. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to high prioritize those. Just because I want to make sure those are done. We are already on day 3. Water storage is almost full. We do not have enough beavers for everything we've got going on. I am going to go ahead and pause all these lumberjacks back here because they are no good to us right now until we get some trees grown. All right. Then this lumberjack right here, he is doing what? Nothing. Sitting on his bottom. Pause that one. All right. So we've got 2 there, 2 there, or 2 there, 1 there. We've got 2 in pumps. We've got 1 in there, 2 in there. Those are both closed. We've got nobody working in the log area. All right. We lost 1 to old age. We are to 12 beavers. We got 4 empty jobs. So I think it's got to be like these two. That left our thingy with nobody. Floodgates are in. Beautiful. Oh, wait, no, one floodgate is in. All right, we were looking for water storage. I think that we are going to create a water storage area somewhere here. I think we probably want, make that go away. Probably want some right here. I can't do any more here. We can fit another one of those in there. And then we'll have to go to regular water storage. Let's see, how can we do this to get the most bang for our buck? And there we go. We made it to day 5. We have 3 days. Doesn't really matter if we do that. We still end up with a gap. So let's just do this right there. Water, water, and water. Okay. Take that off. All right, and then we need to come down here and deal with floodgates as well. If we put here, since we have them, there and there is probably the best bet, but that means taking out the dam. We do here and there. I think that would probably be just as well. I think. And then they'd be in parallel, so we would. And they're going to be a 0.65. Set height when drought starts. Set height when drought ends. 0.65. Bad tide starts. No. All right. Kohlrabies are starting to come up. Just a little bit. We're getting the trees planted. Berry storage is full again. I think we need to throw in some more berry storage. We need more storage. More storage! All right, so let's do a little bit of a warehouse stack here. Can we? No, of course not. Of course not. Let's put this someplace else then. Let's come down here and get ourselves some man. Not the prettiest in the world, but it will get the job done. I have dread fear of the coming bad tide. Because not only do we have to get through the actual drought itself, but then we have to get through the ensuing 3 days plus that it will take for that to clear out. We also are going to come up here and we are going to start a bit of a water storage area. All right, I think we probably we're gonna go for another breeding pod. All right, we are 40 minutes into this episode almost, and it feels like we are skating on a knife edge. Okay, there we go. Another berry storage. So they'll start carting and filling up that. I do want to pop priority on some of these water tanks. We probably didn't need quite that many at that high. They'll finish this guy. But we are running low on logs. Do we have all this marked for cutting? Yes, yes we do. Okay. Okay. All right, and then we kind of need to think if we're going to turn part of this into a bit of a reservoir where that might end up. Trees are... Oh, there we go. Drought started. And those did go up, so we're good there. We have 2 beavers doing nothing. Why are you doing nothing? Here, let's have you come over and help pick some berries. Because we could use those. We've started on the water tanks. So let's go ahead and get those all slated for water. There we go. All right. We're up to 13 beavers again. 13 adults. We've got 2 more kits. We've got 5 empty beds. We are going to need to figure out a little bit more housing. Are we to the point? 100 science for platforms. We could stick in another house right here if we had a couple of platforms. Let's go ahead and get that storage off. All right, I think we're going to kick it to 3. Since we now are a little bit more stable with what we're doing, I think we'll be okay. We've got 3 people picking berries. We still have 1 pump going. Because we are still getting the water from the reservoir. If we come up and... I'd like to figure out what the point is where we don't... Oh, right there. The water has stopped flowing from above. And I forgot to look at how long it is. Okay, so this reservoir is not actually doing anything for us. Or maybe it is, because it got to that low. Okay. It's not helping us quite as much as I thought it was. So maybe that is something we figure out how we can make that help a little bit more. I'm almost thinking maybe we move over one of those berry gatherers over to here. This guy can reach how far? Oh, no, we don't need to. He can reach all the way over there. Never you mind. How are our storages coming? Oh, that's looking pretty good. All right. Still not like fabulously great, but looking good. Okay, next thing, I think we need a hauling post. We don't have enough beavers quite yet for it, though. It would be nice to have somebody just running around carrying the things about to make our lives easier. But we don't really have enough beavers for that yet. I would like to get another beaver into this one, though. So we are going to pull somebody. I don't know who that somebody is. Into there. We did just get another. We're up to 14 adult beavers. So we had a few more grow up. Alrighty. We popped priority on those. Let's pop priority on this next berry warehouse. We are still running low on logs. If we get another lumberjack, I'd like them to help down in here. We've got all of that marked for cutting, right? Nope, we don't. Alright, let's mark all of that. We might need to move some more lumberjack flags, but... And it would probably behoove us to get a more direct path right here instead of them having to wind. And we are out of water. Okay. Pause that puppy. We have 3 more days to go. And this is going to run out of water. All right. We need a fluid dump. $250 science. That's a bit brutal. That's a bit brutal. You know what? I'm going to... Which one did I set it on? I think those dams could come out of there now. It's fine. Yep, there goes our water. So how many days does it say? With 14 days at the current rate. We're getting that one in, and then we can actually go ahead and delete that one and put in the next one. And then that will be obsolete. Can we get that over into the other pile? There we go. And then that we have already set. We'll leave that when drought starts. Let it overtop by a little bit so that we don't flood everything in that first section. All right, we are losing crops. All right, I think we can get a food dump. Yes, we can. I guess he's gonna go right there. Let's go ahead and pop priority on that. It does need planks. We have 10 planks left. Yes, we do. And then I'm also thinking we probably want to get that another shower on this side, because then we will have water in that all the time. There must be a water source like up in here somewhere, because this is staying hydrated, which is good. And there we go. Drought has ended. Day 1. We have 3 empty jobs. I'm gonna go ahead and leave all the water pumps to pump as soon as the water comes in, so that we can fill everything back up, and then we'll take it down to just 1 to maintain. Oh, berries are full again. And we're gonna say kohlrabi. Or do we want to do it berries again? How is our kohlrabi storage? Perfectly fine. Perfectly adequate for what we are currently dealing with. All right, and we're back to square zero on our what you call it? All right, this guy. If we had a stream gauge, it's 150 science and more planks than we currently have, that would allow us to set this guy up. But for right now, we're going to unpause when drought starts, unpause when bad tide starts, and pause when temperate starts. We don't have anyone in it at the moment. We're going to pop the priority to be a secondary so that they come and do this. I actually am going to pause it for right now, though, because water should be coming in momentarily. There's the bad water. Oh, and there it is. There it is. All right. Pause. We are going to stop there for today. We're going to let the bad tide try and kill us off in the next episode because we are already at the 52-minute mark in this episode. I'm going to pop priority on this so it doesn't get forgotten. This is already set. Yes. Okay. So yes, we are going to, that was dead on the 3-day mark, and we still don't even have any water in this area. So we're going to let that be next time's worry. Future Jess is going to deal with that. All right. So I want to say thank you for watching today. We did accomplish a bit. We got more food storage stocked up. We got more water storage on the go. We got the forester all installed. We got our fluid dump installed. And we are just going to town with getting more lumber at the moment. All right. So I think that's good progress for today. And I will see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.